Hello, my name is Lee Hayden, and I will be your child's teacher in Intro to Computer Science this school year. So I wanted to first tell you a little bit about me, and I have a Bachelor of Science degree in Operations Research and Systems Engineering from Cornell University. I was a software developer at Manugistics in Rockville, Maryland, and a technology manager for the now defunct U.S. Airways in Arlington, Virginia, before getting a Master of Arts in Teaching from Fairleigh Dickinson and becoming a math and computer science teacher here at the high school, where I've been since 2007. So I'm in my ninth season. I'm also the advisor of Roxbotics, which is the Roxbury robotics team, a club founded several years ago. We're now into our fifth season. So what are my objectives? Well, obviously, teach students to be good programmers, first and foremost. And along when doing this, this will develop students' analytical thinking skills, which are useful in across all subjects and of course in leading a successful and life and having a good job. I do try to encourage creativity and show them different ways to solve the same problems, or try to have them be creative when they're coming up with ideas for their software application or ways to solve their programming problems inherent with those projects. And I really enjoy programming, so I hope to infect your children with the joy of programming and the joy of problem solving and accomplishing something through thought. I do encourage students to pursue STEM disciplines in college and beyond, as certainly that is where the jobs are now and will continue to be more and more as we move into the future. All right, how is your child's grade determined? Well, in this class, it's 50% programming assignments and projects, 30% homework, and 20% quizzes. And what is the content? Well, I'm going to be teaching mainly two programming languages, C Sharp for Windows PC and for Xbox 360. And so with that is Windows game programming. And then also we're going to delve into Java and App Inventor for Android near the end of the year for fun. So the programming projects, there will be several large projects per marking period. The students will have a chance to design their GUI, which is a graphical user interface for their software project, and I'll emphasize the need for good coding practices. Students will turn in their own assignments. They will have in-class assistance from me, and they can get in-class assistance from their classmates so long as they aren't flat out copying from their classmates. Because of course in the working world, there are very few programmers who work completely independently of other programmers at their company. Okay, so we will be making projects like tic-tac-toe, a calculator, a card game, some 2D video games, and at least one mobile app using App Inventor for Android. And we will try to make a version of Flappy Bird, which was a very popular program or game a few years ago, and students still seem to enjoy programming in it, or programming a version of it. Then we have homework, 30% of the grade, assigned usually once a week, usually 10 to 15 minute assignments, graded on a scale of 0 to 10 based on effort. No partial credit for homework turned in late except for excused absences or extenuating circumstances, and homework does need to be made up. Quizzes, 20%, approximately once every 2 weeks, 10 minutes in length usually, given on paper or computer, typically on the computers. And quizzes are made up in class, and I will put zeros in Genesis until the quizzes are made up. So what software do we use? We use, well, not Microsoft Visual Studio 2012 Express. We're now up to 2015, Visual Studio Community 2015. Um, and also we'll be using NetBeans 8.01 and with the Java Development Kit and an educational Java application called Greenfoot. And we'll be doing a little programming in MIT's App Inventor for Android. Your student can bring in their own PC or laptop if they want to, I should say, but it is completely unnecessary. As you can see, we have, well, if you were in my classroom, you would see that we have 27 computers. Chromebooks, the students can complete all of their homework on their Chromebook and do not need to turn in paper copies of the homework. And there are many online sites for extra practice or tutorials on programming, and of course those can be accessed in Chrome in the Chromebook. Okay, working on projects from home. Students can and many do work on their projects from home. They can either port the files with them on a flash drive, which I actually kind of discourage due to the fact that flash drives can be lost or damaged. I really encourage them to use Google Drive and port their projects in the cloud. That will prevent them from being lost or damaged. So the materials we use: no textbook. I do supply electronic and occasionally paper copies of notes, but I do supply all of the materials. What resources, particularly online resources, are there? Well, I do post assignments and notes and projects on Google Classroom. Also, Google Drive, the source of resources for all of the notes and homework assignments. Google is also a great source of reference tool for answering programming questions. I also make screencasts of me walking through working on one step of a programming project, and there are many free online resources for programmers out there. And one in particular is called thenewboston.com. Very, very good free site. And there are many online programming resources where students can enter code and actually run their code in the cloud through what's called an online IDE. So very few students actually earn less than an 80, except if they have excessive absences, complete lack of effort. Those are usually it. When can your child come from extra help? Well, I staff the media center after school every day and 5 days a week, except for a few times, maybe once or twice a month when I have a faculty meeting. Your child can come and work on their programming projects there, get one-on-one assistance from me. It's really a great opportunity to get caught up if your child's behind or they just do not understand the material. I'm also free blocks 1 and 5. Block 1 on A day and block 5, which is the first block of the day, on B days. Your child just needs to make arrangements with me, and I can meet them in the media center and we can work on projects, or I can reteach topics. And you can email me, of course, if with any concerns. My email address is lhayden@roxbury.org. And I'm looking forward to the continuation of a great year.